Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you the 2022 Winnebago Solis family. So we're going to go through the Solis Pocket, and then we'll step up to the Solis 59P, and then the Solis 59PX. So the great thing about the Solis is it gives you so many options. First of all, it can be for the young family. It can be for that do-it-yourself van guy that wants to have all of his options. Well, you can totally customize this coach for your particular needs. It can be for the couple that wants to work on the road and then be, climbing or mountain biking at night. And it's for that person that this can be your everyday vehicle. That's the beauty of the Solis, is flexibility. There's so many options. Just a little information on the Solis family. We're going to start with the Pocket. That's 17 feet long and it sits on the 1500 Ram chassis. Then we'll go to the 59P, which is now 19 feet long and on the 2500 Ram chassis. And then to the Solis PX, which is 21 feet long and on the 3500 Ram chassis. Now, a regular parking space is 18 feet long. So you can see that on any of these Solis, whichever one you decide to pick, you're going to be able to easily fit in a regular parking space. Today I'll do a full walkthrough on the Solis Pocket, go through all the features, and then I'll just add to on the 59P and the 59PX. I'll let you know what those additional benefits are as you step up and just do a quick walkthrough on them. It's so great that we have all three colors, exterior colors, represented here today. So this is the deep cherry, and then we have the silver and the bright white. Starting from the top of the Solis, you'll see that we have our marker lights. Then we have the radio antenna, also our W. We'll see that throughout the coaches. Winnebago is really good about putting their brand throughout the coach, and they should. Then below the hood here, here's the ground. If you ever need to jump your coach, the ground is here, and then the positive charge is here. Brake fluid, coolant, the oil dipstick is right here, oil fill, windshield wiper fill, and our power steering fluid fill. On the Pocket, you have the manual side view mirrors, so you manually adjust those, and then you can manually fold those in if you need to. Now, one of the things I really love is that Winnebago gives you this porch light. So a lot of manufacturers are just going to have a little teeny porch light. This is a nice LED, nice and bright, and you can control that just from right inside the coach. So how many times do you think that you're going to be stepping in and out of your Solis? So look at that, it doesn't even move. So one of the things that I love about Winnebago is they reinforce this step. I mean, basically they take out what comes standard and they do this aluminum step, which they extrude at Winnebago. If you want to see all the things that Winnebago makes, you can go check out my Winnebago factory video. They're so impressive as a manufacturer. They manufacture 75% of what's in this van. And so they are a true manufacturer. They're just not a parts assembler. They have this aluminum step here that is through bolted to the steel chassis. And we've got the little pet tether here. Now I call it a pet tether. You want to make sure the pet isn't tethered when you start to leave. I'm just kidding. But also you could put, bikes or any fun toys that you want to leave outside the van. You can lock them to that as well. So there are a ton of features to talk about just right here. First of all, I love this because you've got everything that's accessible from inside the coach, also outside the coach. So if it's a gorgeous day like it is today and I want to work from outside, I've got all my plugins right here. So I've got 2 USB, 12 volt, 2 110 outlets. This is our battery disconnect, on and off right here. Got our lights for inside the coach and for our patio light. And then we have access to the refrigerator. So if I'm working outside, I can easily head over here, grab a drink, no problem. Like I said, if I want to work from home outside today, or if I just want to cook, do my prep work outside, there's my kitchen table. So easy, and I can adjust that too. If I need that to move up a little bit, I can do that. And it's just so handy. It's right there, stores away nicely. And let's talk about the great screened-in porch here. So say I want to, I'm working in here, but I want some fresh air, but I don't want the bugs. How easy is this? Just zips down. And then this side. So my favorite part is the breakaway. How many of you have gone camping in a tent and you've got this zipper stuck? I mean, and if it doesn't happen to you, it's going to happen to the kids for sure. So this is probably my favorite feature. Love that. Just comes right back together. And then what's also great, if you've got your little furry friends with you, they can go in and out easily again, and you're going to keep the bugs away. Just inside the door, you'll see another 110 outlet, 2 available there, and then here's the furnace, so for your heat. Also, I wanted to point out the upgraded honeycomb vinyl floor that Winnebago uses. So as you can see, I've been in and out of the coach. You're going to be tracking stuff in and out of your coach. Really hardy, upgraded floor, and going to be easy to maintain. And our fire extinguisher for the van. One of the things that you may notice on the Solis is that there's smaller windows. Now, that is for a reason. Winnebago, you can see where the other manufacturer would put a bigger window in here. Winnebago wants to add more insulation. That is going to be a huge benefit to you because it's going to help keep the coach cooler when you want it cooler and warmer when you want it warmer. And the Solis is Truma Gold Standard Cold Weather Certified. So what that means is they've taken this Solis into a testing chamber and they've taken it down to 4 degrees. Once it's at 4 degrees, they turn on the Truma furnace, and within 4 hours, it has to get to 68 degrees and then maintain that 68 degrees for 2 hours. And it passed the test. So that's super impressive and a huge benefit to you. So here at the rear of the van, let's just kind of go over the back here. We've got our AC unit. So this is only going to work when you're plugged into 30 amp power, shore power. Now, another option, obviously you have your dash AC, and this is not a very big van, so the dash AC will actually keep the coach pretty cool. But if you want to bring a portable generator, very easy to do, and that will work. You can run your AC off a portable generator or the shore power. At the top of the van, you're going to have your marker lights. Now, right in the center, you can't even see it, it's kind of underneath the big black box there, is your camera, and that's going to give you that digital picture on your digital rear view mirror, which I'll show you once we get inside. It's super cool. So there's lots of things to show you inside here. First of all, look how nice that opens up, so you have full access to everything that you're storing here. So if you've got bikes in here, whatever it is, really easy to get to. Also notice that Winnebago's has given us the D-rings at the back and in the center so that you can secure all of your gear so that it's not going to be rolling around. They also give us a nice little cage that I'll show you that you can shut that. How many times have you been driving and you slam on the brakes? Happens to all of us, and everything comes sliding to the front of the van. Well, they've got a little door there. If you want to use it, that will keep those things from happening. Let's start up top here. First of all, I love this space. Look at all that space where you can put more gear, more smaller things, and we've got the little cargo net here that's going to keep it from falling out while you're traveling. I just love how Winnebago thinks of everything. The Solis comes standard with 170 watts of solar power. Now, if you want to add additional, you can add up to a total of 400 watts of solar power, so another 230. If you want to bring in a 200 watt panel and plug it in here, that's where you can do that. 12 volt, 2 USB, 2 110 outlets. What I love about that is, so you can see, we haven't been to the inside yet, but from the front of the coach, you could, work from there or hook up everything up there. You can do it from the rear of the coach, and you can do it from inside the coach. So again, when I talk about flexibility, that is exactly what you get with the Solis. Here we can turn on our water pump and our freshwater valve. normal, and then tank fill. Here is the hookup for the shower hose. So remember, the Solis Pocket doesn't have a bathroom. So you can, you know, have a really fancy outdoor shower anywhere. National park, you know, like quite the scenery. A lot of times you have to pay for, you know, a fancy price to go to a nice resort with an outdoor shower. You can do that wherever you want with the Solis. So you just take that, plug it in here, and it is a cold water shower because there is no hot water heater on the Pocket. Freshwater inlet here, so you can fill up your tank there, freshwater drain and fresh tank drain. And then right behind here is the valve for your gray tank. So your freshwater tank is 20 gallons, your gray tank is 20 gallons, and then I'll show you where you hook up the slinky for the gray tank. Now you'll never guess what's behind this panel here. It's really cool, and it's the first to be offered in the US. Winnebago is bringing this to you first. So this is where they store the 20-pound propane tank. So it's vented. It's super easy to get to. So if you've got to change that out, so easy to change out. Not only can I access it here in the rear of the coach, I can access it on the driver's side of the van as well. One of the things that everyone worries about with propane is that if there's ever a leak, of course that is a big worry that you would have, but Winnebago has thought of that as well. So it's vented, like I said, it's vented from the bottom. You can see a little mesh vent there, and then also from the driver's side. I mentioned how versatile and flexible the Solis is. So you can easily bring extra propane tanks. If you want to go off the grid, you want to bring 2 extra tanks with you. You've got plenty of space, and then it's easy install, hook up, and then unhook, no problem. All right, so this is the shower curtain. I'm going to show you how easy this is to install, and this will be the same on the next 2 units as well. So our fancy outdoor shower. We're just going to bring these 2 poles together here and secure them. All right, so there's your bar for your fancy outdoor shower. All right, so you're just going to take the tabs here, secure them so you can get all the privacy that you would like. Once you get the Velcro secured, then you're going to take these little magnets here, and I'm probably going to take it all the way over here so that I don't have any peeping toms and do the same on this side. And you've got your nice shower. Another great feature on the Solis is we've got the blackout shades for the windows. So super easy, zipper, total blackout here. Now let's say we want to have some fresh air, then we can go ahead, keep the doors open if we want, and we can put up our screen here so that we can have full ventilation of the van. So I just put the screen up. It probably took me less than 30 seconds. Literally, it's just Velcro. So you just stick it into place. So quick and easy, and then you can have access in and out of the van. As I come around the corner, you're going to see the connection here for your drain for your gray tank. So I showed you where the T-bar was in the back, in the rear of the coach. This is where you hook up your stinky slinky. And then we have the access to the propane tank here. So really easy to get up there and shut that off if you ever need to do that. 30 amp hookup here. And you saw the cord in the back of the Solis. Here is the Truma Vario Heat exhaust and the exhaust for our engine. The fuel fill here for our 25-gallon fuel tank. And then just inside the door, we've got the release for our front hood. And you're probably wondering where the chassis batteries are located. They're right under this mat right here at the front cap. You ready to go take a look inside? I am. I'm so excited to show you the inside of the Solis Pocket because there's so much storage. Really, the reason that Winnebago built the Solis is because they listen to the voice of the customer. They're big on listening to their customers, and they saw so many people with DIY vans. You know, they were customizing themselves, and they said, let's do it, make this easy, and give them lots of options. So I'm going to go over the storage kind of first, and then I'll let you know all the many options that we have in this area right here. So if you look behind me, I've got storage over the like the hood of the van here, so that's nice. We've got our covered blackout shades for the front windshield and the two drivers or passengers doors up here right now, and then you can obviously store a lot of other things up here. We have the Southco positive latches here on all the cabinets, and then they magnetize up to the top so you don't have to hold them. That's probably one of my favorite things. The other thing is that there's no struts or anything that get in your way, so you can really use that full space. Now remember that anything that's attached to the wall of the van is backed with steel, so they're nice and sturdy. They're not moving anywhere, and they're not going to be rattling as you go down the road. Big compartment here. This is just our little book of manuals. And then we've got the roof access port. So if you want to add a Wi-Fi Ranger, something like that, that's where you can access that really easily. Then you've got your 12-volt plug, 2 USB ports, and 2 110 outlets. More upper cabinets here in the kitchen / workspace area. Really nice and big. Again, I just love the magnet hold up there because now I can load and then unload. I'm not worried about that cabinet coming down and hitting me. Right at the entryway, we have our control kind of panel here. So we have the light switch. This is our LED light switch here, and it's got a high and a low setting. This is our solar charge controller. So this is going to show us what kind of amps the solar panel is bringing in. Then we have our tank system here, so we can easily see what our gray tank is empty, and we can also turn on the water pump here and check our battery levels, and you can see that they are all the way full. Here's the Truma furnace, so we can just hit that button there, select the motorhome, and then we can decide what temperature we want to go to, and you'll see that it's going to pull off the LP tank. We've got our fan there, and we can just go back and turn that off. And then we can go to our fan. Do we want fan or do we want vent? And this is just a timer. We want to set a run time here, our clock, and then this is where you can customize your screen and your data here on the screen. Okay, so now we're going to play Winnebago Tetris. So this area here makes into about 5 different options. So right now I've got the dining option. So obviously you can sit here, have a nice dinner, but you could also, this could be your workstation as well. And I love the storage and the space. Look at that. I can push that table all the way over here. I can have my computer here. Got the window open here, window open there. You can hear the beeping in the background. But I mean, I'm totally out in the outdoors enjoying the day, and I'm working. I love this. So it's a great option. And then check out the storage that we have. We also have the little port here, so I can open that up if I need cords to come through here on either side. The 12-volt receptacle and the 2 USB and 2 110 outlets, plus just a nice cubby area. And I love that it has the little stop there. I can see what I've got in there, but it's not going to come out. More storage here, and then more storage below, and an outlet for our furnace, so it's going to keep my feet nice and warm if it's chilly outside. 2 cup holders and a nice little buffet area, so I can have space for other things. I can put a monitor up there if I needed to, and then I have the same storage on the other side. So like I said, we're going to have a dinette. That's what we have now, workspace. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to make this into a sofa, into a love seat, into a sleeping area, and a little lounge area. So I'm not going to maybe do them in those exact order, but I'm going to show you all of them. So first, let's start with removing the table. So there's just a little latch, sort of like you have on your bike seat. I'm sure there's an official name for it, but I'm just going to pull the table out. Now this is going to become the base in some of the situations here for my bed or my sofa. And then I'm going to take this out. I'm going to probably just store this up above to get it out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my base in. And I'm going to pull out these cushions. Turn these around. So here is my sofa option. Now I'm going to turn this into a little bit cozier love seat. So I'm just going to take these cushions that I had as my back and put them to the side. And then I'm going to steal a cushion from my bed area here. So I'm just going to unlatch this in theory. And I'm going to steal this cushion. Latch that back up. Okay. Here is my love seat, just a little bit cozier, right? Now I'm going to show you how to make this into a bed and then like a little lounger. So to take the bed, I'm going to move this away. And now I'm going to replace my tabletop bottom here. Because I may want to use this for a desk once I've got the other configuration. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the backer here. This is also going to open up this area a little bit for the chair. So now this is going to become my base. So I'm going to take these off. Now I'm going to turn my cushions. And there is my bed. Plus now, if I need to, I can even extend my legs and kind of prop them up on the chair if I want to. If, you know, you have a visitor that's a little bit longer in length. Okay, so now just to make the lounger, I'm just going to add my cushion back in here. Then I can just sit up here, lounge back. Now, this is really comfortable actually. I'm going to put the table up so you can see if you want to, you know, have a table working there. You've got another option. Table leg on here. Thread that through, and then I can adjust the height too. If I want that to be a little bit taller because I'm sitting in the captain's chair, or if I'm here, and then I just put my table on. And then I'll just go ahead and tighten that little latch. Okay, so I can have this table here. I can lower it or higher it or raise it if I want to. And then I can also turn it around, say I want to use it for the captain's chair, easily have workstation there or a place for dinner. And you can also put this table up when you've got the sofa option set up here as well. So here's the setup with the sofa and the table. And then something to talk about here. So Winnebago makes all their own cushions at their Stitchcraft facility, which is a huge thing. I mean, little fun fact, in the last 63 years, they've made over 1 million pieces of cushions or furniture, whatever you want to call it. And the other cool thing is you don't want to ever remove these tags. You know, like I always buy pillows at my house and then I rip them off. Well, this is really important information here. If I ever, say, Rover gets excited and decides to chew the cushion while I'm away, or I spill coffee on it or something like that, all I have to do is call Winnebago, give them this information, and they can get me another cushion. That's huge. Just below the sofa, we've got another storage compartment. Oh, guess what? That's not really storage. That is our porta potty. Now this is exciting stuff, guys. Remember, there's no bathroom in the Solis, so you do have an option for a porta potty here. And let me just show you how that works. Obviously, the commode. And then this is the pump for water. This is how you flush it. And the green means it's empty. If it were red, that means it's full. And then this whole top just pops off here. This becomes your black tank, and you can take it over to a dump station and dump it that easily. So great option if you want to have a potty on your B van here. If not, you can use the parks bathroom, and then that becomes an extra storage space, but it's great that you have the option if you need it. One last thing of note here in the living room is that you've got another seat belt. So you've got the captain, co-captain chair, and then we've got a seat belt here for a third passenger car seat tether here. And obviously you wouldn't have it set up in the sofa, but here is your seat belt. Now just below the cushion here, we have the propane detector. Up on the ceiling here, we have our smoke detector and our CO2 detector, and we've got our max air vent here. And then we've got the great window. Of course, they're open. Again, I'm enjoying the fresh air on this beautiful day, but once I'm ready for bed, if I just want to have some privacy and black those out, it's that easy. Great space here in the kitchen. We've got our 2-burner propane cooktop, stainless steel sink and faucet, and then we've got drawer space. What I really like is this bottom drawer is big enough that you can have a little waste basket in there. It's always nice to be able to tuck that away and not have that something that you're tripping on in the galley here. Then I'm just going to move straight into here. So how about this? So you've got a 1-year-old you need to contain, or if you've got some furry friends you need to contain, this is great. Also just for your gear. Again, like I said, so that when you slam on the brakes, not everything comes forward. I like that is really handy. Not only do you have a little gate that keeps everything from sliding, but they give us this little like tool pouch here. Look at all that. Gear, tools, hammers, screwdrivers, you name it, that I can hold so easily right there and not have that rattling around in the coach. And if you need to get any other kind of racks that you want to attach to this, you can do that too. And then we have this nice space here. So this can be, you know, dual purpose. It can be your prep area for the kitchen. So really, you've got a lot of space here. I mean, you have more or as much space than I have in some of my big Class A diesels right here for prep space. Or this becomes part of your gear garage, and this can be a workspace here. I love that you have those options. Again, access to this storage here. So lots to talk about here. First of all, this is our potable water fill. This is where we could fill the tank if we needed to. If we were dry camping, this is also where you can sanitize your tank. Now, one of the beautiful things about the Solis is that this is truly a 4 seasons van. So when I say slopes to surf or surf to slopes, you can literally leave the beach, head up to the mountains, be in the snow, strap on your skis, and you're not going to worry about it freezing because everything is inside. So your freshwater tank is behind this panel, and you've got this nice sight glass here with the light on it, so you can actually see what the level of your water, your freshwater tank is. 2 110 outlets, 2 USB, 12 volt, and then this is the thermistor for the Truma system, so it will maintain that nice temperature once you've set it on your thermostat. All right, so now to this side of the gear garage. Huge cubbies here with the little cargo nets. So we've got our 30 amp shore power cord in here, and our shower hose in here, more storage, and hose for your freshwater fill. More storage here. Of course, I've got the blackout shade or the screen for the back door and the shower in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you, oh, let's talk about the AC unit real quick. So this does come standard with an AC unit. Like I said, outside, you're going to have to be plugged into shore power or have a portable generator to use that. Now really the space in here is so small, if you were to shut all the windows and doors and just use your dash AC, it would cool it really nicely. Breaker box and fuses down below. Now I'm going to go ahead and release the bed. So there's just like a seatbelt latch. So I'm just going to bring the bed down. And got our little ends here to fill in by the windows. So here's your bed. I've got storage above here. I've got my push button lights for nighttime, and I've got my 12-volt outlet and 2 USB charging ports, so I can plug in my phone. I can watch TV on my device if I want to here, but this is just super comfy and just so makes this space so user-friendly. So you get a little extra bonus footage today because I have the 59P and the 59PX. So just to go over a couple of those differences real quick, and then I'm just going to do a quick walk around of each of them and walk through the coach so you can see some of those differences. Not all the time do you have all 3 units where you can see everything, so I love that. I'm so excited. So on the 59P, you're going to have, it's going to be 19 feet long. On the 2500 Ram chassis, you can have an AC unit on this if you delete the pop top. But the bonus is you get that pop top and you can barely even see that it's there. You can also option in a jackknife sofa versus the Murphy bed, and I'll show you that. Now on the 59PX, your AC and your generator are going to come standard. It's 21 feet long and it sits on the 3500 Ram chassis. Couple differences here on the 59P is we've got a shower hookup here, and you're going to have a full bathroom in the 59P as well. But you can hook up your shower here. That's nice if you want to wash something outside of the van. Here it's going to be handy to do. Your LP tank is here and hook up there, and then just below here is the storage for your Stinky Slinky. So here in the rear, look at all that storage that you have. Now this again is the jackknife sofa option. So when it comes down flat, this will become the back support part of the bed, and it will rest on these. They just pop up and give that extra support. Your jack toolkit here, breakers and fuses, your 30 amp shore power cord, and then here is your basically your wet bay, so you can turn on your pump, your shower, and then you've got all the directions of how to fill your tank, how to winterize your tank. Solar hookup here if you want to do another panel, and your city water fill again is a 3,500 pound hitch, and the 4-way for your brake lights. And then we've got just the screened in patio here, super nice. And again, you're going to be able to make that shower out here as well, just like I showed you on the Solis pocket. Here on the driver's side, we've got the engine exhaust. We've got the T-valve here for your gray waste tank drain, and then here is your gray tank right there. Hook up here, 30 amp connection here. Our cassette toilet. We have the cassette toilet, so that just pulls right out. Super easy, and then you're going to go ahead, and this is how you're going to drain that, but you can easily tote it around till you get to the waste station. And then once you're done, just put everything back in place. And as you slide that in, it just opens that valve when I put it in here. Truma system and your fuel fill. Lots of cool things to talk about here in the 59P. Inside, we've got seat belts here for 2. Turned around the captain's chair. You can see that you've got a nice dining table here. And I love that you have storage here and storage underneath the seats. So you've got 4 seat belts up front. We've got 2 seat belts in the back on the sofa, so I'll show you that in a second. But one of the bonuses to the 59P obviously is the pop top. All right, so you're just going to release the tab here on both sides, turn this until it's released and latch it there. Then you're just going to give it a good push. So how easy is that? So cool. There's a ladder here that you just put together so you can easily get up there. And we've got windows to vent it. We've got a vent. We've got lights, USB ports, and 12-volt ports. So you got everything you need. It's pretty fancy. And then when you're done, you're just going to pull it back down, latch it. Another extra is the full bathroom. So you've got a mirror in there, shower, hot and cold, your toilet, and even a little compartment for your shampoo and stuff. It's lit. Or if you don't want to use the bathroom, you can use that as a wardrobe. Lots of options. Kitchen galley. We've got the kitchen countertop extension. Always use extra space. And then I just wanted to show you some of the space that you have in the kitchen. Drawers, nice big cabinets here. And we've got the Eco Hot system, which is basically going to recirculate the water, cause you to use your, not waste water getting it warm, because it will be warm instantly. More storage, and with adjustable shelves. And then you see the big storage here in the back of the coach. I've already got those doors open for you again with the magnets that are holding them up. And then we've got the big option here, which is the jackknife sofa. So you've got 2 more seat belts, so you can actually seat belt 6 people. So again, this can be an everyday use vehicle for you. Plus it gives you all the options to go out dry camp, camping, have tons of fun, work from here. So many options. Now you can do the Murphy bed or this jackknife. You've got a child seat tether in the back. So if you want to put a child seat in the back, you can do that here. All right, then to make your bed, you're just going to flatten that out. Then we've got our extra piece here to kind of fill in the gap by the door. And we're just going to, once we shut the doors, I'll bring up those shelves and extend the bed just that much further. Or you have a nice little pillow. Now to the interior of the 59PX. So you're going to have the AC standard, generator standard. So a few more little comforts, and then check out all this space. First of all, this is the Murphy bed. You can also do the Murphy bed in the 59P. So Murphy bed gives you lots of sleeping area here, storage, so much storage, and then you've got your 110 outlets, your 12 volt, your 2 USB, your roof access port, and just take a peek below here. We've got all this storage here in the gear garage. Now you can use it like this, keep the bed down. I know a lot of people just like to keep the bed down all the time, but if you choose to put the bed up, you get a little extra space. So we're just gonna clamp that in here. Now you've got a tabletop here and cargo space, storage with little cargo nets, our fuse panel and breaker box. Nice drawer. Look at all that storage there. The in-store storage here. So much storage. And then say you want to take bikes or bigger items, you've got a lot of space for that right here. So as I mentioned, the PX is 21 feet long, so you've got some of that extra footage right here. You can put bikes in this direction and then tie them down on all these spots here. A few more features that come standard on the 59PX are the wind assist, blind spot monitoring, the digital rear view camera, and the powered external mirrors. Up here at the dash, we've got our battery boost button. So this is super important if you come back and your van is dead. You want to do the battery boost to tie together your chassis batteries and your house batteries so that you can get enough power to start your ignition. Lots of storage here in the door of the Solis Pocket. So we can lock and unlock the van from here, and then we've got our window controls. This controls the menu on your screen here. So I push it, go to your menu, and you can scroll through speed beep, buzzer volume, exit menu. So just a few things that you can customize here. We have our light control here, so we can turn that on and off there. We can turn on our brights and hold them there, or we can just flash them from that. And then we've got our turn signals. Just below the light lever, we have our cruise control, so you're just going to hit it up to turn it on, and then you're just going to push the lever up to set it, down to cancel, and push in to resume. All right, right on the steering column, we can mute the radio or unmute it, and then we can turn the volume up or down. This is where we can Bluetooth in and answer a call or hang up a call. And then this is our search or seek button on our radio. And horn in the center. Behind the ignition, there is the aux input and a USB input. Transmission here and tow haul mode. Our dash display here, which is really nice. We can turn the screen on and off from here, and we can also mute it. We can turn the radio on and off, and obviously just touch screen, seek, or change stations. So you can go to radio, media. We don't have anything plugged in right now. Trip information. And I love this because it's all just touch screen. So easy. This is where we can pair our phone, and then this is more settings. So we can also go back to radio. We can scroll back and forth here, and we can go to settings there, language, just customize our screen. Then we've got our AC controls here. So fan speed, AC or heat, and then where we want that air to flow. We have our electronic stability control, our hazards, and lock the coach. USB input here and 12 volt. Cup holder, and then 3 cup holders below. One of the coolest features on the Solis is this digital rear view mirror. So right now I just have it on regular rear view mirror. I can see out the one window because I've got one side closed. Now it's like magic. I just flip the mirror and look at that. I can see totally out the rear view camera, and it's just so clear. And then I can even brighten it, just the brightness there, and I can adjust the angle. So if I want to see a little bit more of my tow vehicle, or if I want to see like more of a horizon view, I just change it like that. But that's got to be like one of the coolest features, and it's just so clear. Driver side and passenger side reading lights, and then our door lights. So we can have them off, we can have them on when they open up, or we can have them on all the time. So here in the co-captain's chair, I wanted to show you, we've got the little like clipboard here on the dash. So if I need some important papers and I want to clip them down there. Storage compartment here, and another storage compartment. And then look at that nice space right there as well. Then on the chair, something I wanted, we've got the lever to move the seat forward and back. And then when you get the yellow lever here, you just pull that up, and that's what allows you to rotate the chair into the rest of the coach. I went ahead and put up the blackout shades. They are the easiest to put up, and they store very small. So these just stay up with the visor, and then they Velcro right in the center, so just come together. But super easy. And then the door ones literally just have these built-in magnets that just attach to the door. It's that easy. Then if I want to take them down, they fold up to nothing. All right, so we're ready to take this Solis Pocket out for a test drive. Now, one of the things at National Indoor RV Centers is we love you to come and test drive a coach as soon as we get some on the lot. But we really want, we want you to be happy with your purchase. We want you to feel confident in what you're buying, and so test drive is a way to do that. So feel free to give us a call today, 469-277-1330, and you can talk with one of our RV lifestyle specialists, and they can help get you an appointment set up so that we have the time to spend with you and really make you feel comfortable with this big of a purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn on my turn signal here. And one of the things that I'm super excited to show you, there's a few safety features on the Solis. So we have the crosswind assist. So if you have a strong wind that's coming at you from the driver's side of the van, it will brake as needed and just kind of aid you in that, so you're not going to feel that big push, which is really nice. And then the other huge feature is the digital rearview mirror. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that on. Oh, look at that. How beautiful is it out there? And it's just such a clear picture. And again, it's super easy while I'm driving. If I need to adjust that view down towards my tow vehicle, if I'm towing something, probably not with the Solis, but you know, I can just adjust that mirror as needed. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that I always like to know, you know, how quiet the RV is inside. And I just did my decibel reader, 68.1, so super quiet. Like I said before, driving the Solis is like as easy as driving my Toyota Sequoia. Very easy, comfortable. I'm not going to have a problem parking this. I can even go through the drive-through in this, no problem. So really, you just have to come out and test drive one for yourself. Now, I'm sure you're wondering how much it would cost you to own a Solis, or the Solis 59P or the Solis 59PX. So MSRP on the Solis Pocket is $95,736. On the Solis 59P is $107,821, and MSRP on the Solis PX is $126,665. So if you want to know what I can sell you one of the Solises for, please give us a call at National Indoor RV Center, 469-277-1330. Go to our website, NIRVC.com, and remember, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less with National Indoor RV Centers. And we want to make this process super easy for you. I promise it should be a fun experience. And these things are so affordable. Think about it. So with an MSRP of $95,736 on this Pocket, I'm going to be able to make you a great deal. You can finance it with us for 20 years. Okay, so think about that. It's going to be about the same as a lot of car payments. And you've got a house plus a car. You can use this every day, or you can use it for your adventures. You can work out of it, you can sleep out of it, you can go off the grid. Basically, make the country your backyard in this Solis. You're going to love it. So give us a call. We'd love to help you. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And make sure you check out my Winnebago factory video. Lots of great information there. Also check out Protang, our fire suppression system. And if you ever get a boo-boo on your van, make sure NIRVC is the first call. Check out my paint and body video. Thanks so much for spending this time with us today. I'm so glad you got to see all the Solis product, and have a great day.